So unfortunately for the first little while of the game, the sound quality was awful. I decided to do a quick speed through and voiceover just because there wasn't that much that actually happened, so you won't lose too much in the process. The first couple of minutes of the game was just allowing the players to refamiliarize themselves with their surroundings inside the G99 rigger and where their characters chose to end the last session. On the first exchange with the Vulture fire, the ship is nicked, though hardly damaged. When we last left off, Dave's character Canol Navarre had taken to his immediate familiarity with the starships in general and looking at the shields and how to make sure they were raised. Meanwhile, Presh Irem Nordo was the first to make his way over to the controls for the arc turret in order to try and fend off the incoming vultures. That left Griff, the clone played by Paul, Van, played by Flint, and Max, played by Mark, all without really any clear things they could do to help the situation. At this point, the bounty hunters, or so they'd have you believe, are the ones in charge of the ship. The one with the eye patch is piloting, and the one beside him is controlling the front gun. This situation, of course, changes when they realize that the nav computer and the hyperdrives are not coming up properly. As Dave's character Navarre turns to troubleshoot the nav computer, the pilot with the eye patch turns to the crew and asks if anyone else is familiar with piloting. Flint's character Van subs in for the bounty hunter with the eye patch so that he can go check on the rest of the crew and make sure that everyone's strapped in so when they jump to hyperspace, no one gets hurt. Realizing that there aren't enough places to strap in up here, Griff, played by Paul, takes his daughter, the Twi'lek girl, and escorts her out to go find a place to strap in. Meanwhile, Max, played by Mark, follows suit, he himself looking for a place to strap in. Canol manages to get the nav computer back online and then returns to his seat to go manage the shields. Griff, his daughter, and Max manage to find a place to strap in, but not before hearing a strange noise across the hall. Pressure Rem Nordo fires and misses once more as Van's expert piloting manages to evade incoming fire. Max spies out into the hallway only to see the bounty hunter with the eye patch enter the room with a loud noise. Max decides he's going to take a better look, and at that point we return to the regular game. Thank you for your patience.
So, like, what is that? How does that work?
Okay.
Oof.
The answer is you fail.
Oh, so I selected moderate and rolled it, and it didn't achieve the moderate level, so I failed it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why
I'm
I gave you
gonna-
a target of 15 rather than the normal 10s.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna sneak over, Bob, and peer through the door. I'm actually gonna make a sneak roll.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give myself a whatever because I don't know what you want for it.
Mark with the wild dice explosions there. Okay. Yeah. We'll get to that. That'll be like your next round thing.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna do the volley back at you guys from outside. Here we go.
We're gonna die.
Okay, so no one's in. Oh, we're gonna do the movement first, huh? So you're gonna move 5 in the ship.
Still on the inside
Yeah,
map,
just
if it
switching
matters.
over.
Oh, okay,
Thank
cool.
you. Switching over 5 from the middle. 5 is there.
That's cool.
It is.
Okay. And then we'll do 5 from the closest guy. Sorry, they got 9. Hold on. Let me fix that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah.
Sorry. Let me do that for all. . Okay. So you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots coming at you here, Flint. You had a 16 that you're adding, right?
I did, yep.
Can you also roll 3d6 more for the ship's maneuverability, please?
Oh, it's just a standard 3d6.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on one sec. 1, 2, 3. Roll. That's not horrible.
12 plus 16.
28.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. It's really the explosions that become dangerous for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
In space, the explosions always become dangerous.
Oh, sorry, I'm rolling the wrong thing again. Starship gunnery.
That's not good.
Nope.
Goddamn explosions. What's that?
And the last one.
Wah! Yeah. How do we tell how much durability the ship has?
Well, if you
Uh,
mouse
it
to
hit us.
Albertus right now, it's scratched.
It's scratch right now.
Okay.
Your 28 is gonna beat all of those bases,
Yeah, it is.
so that's good. It's good for you.
I'll be like,
Um,
woohoo!
Yeah. So you're piloting away. This is due to your piloting as well, that it's
Yeah.
succeeding.
He's happy where he's at right now. He's like, feels like he's doing something. So
Mike. Nope. It's the end of that round. So we're gonna go back inside and deal with the passengers currently. Too, for those inside, those with astrogation at all, it's gonna take a full minute for that nav computer to come up.
Oh,
So
that's
you're-
bad.
Yeah, you're on the run for a bit. You probably got quite a few more volleys coming in before that's over.
so I know that, Bob? Like as the pilot,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yeah. You would be probably something you'd think about, Flynn, is ideal scenario if they want to jump is that they have pre-programmed in coordinates. That would certainly help.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. So once it comes
so-
online, you'll be able to check that out. But you could also ask this. I mean, this guy's part of the crew. You could
I was
ask
gonna
him.
say he's here, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name again, Bob? Do I remember that?
You don't
Did
you
he
don't have
introduce
his name yet.
himself or no?
Nope, not at all. Yeah, none of you guys really have each other's names yet, by the way. Like that's kind of where you're at with each other.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, we kind of just ran as a group, as like a ragtag group.
Yeah.
I'll just yell it then, Bob. I'll be like, "Hey, we got anything? What's the word now? It's already right out of my head. In the nav computer, like anything pre-programmed into the nav computer. You got any destinations? Anything quick?
Yeah, we're ready to go, or we were before the problems. So, assuming everything comes up correctly, yeah, we should be able to
Okay,
jump.
good. And I'll look at Dave. I don't know him, but I'll be like, "Hey, any timeline on when we'll be back online?"
The nav computer will require at least a minute to come fully online. However, there appear to be other electrical issues impeding the ship. Not a singular
God.
issue. And I glare again at the guy to the my right. As
looks
much
back
as I
at
can
you.
glare.
Yeah. He's like, if you got anything you can do now, we'd appreciate it.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's do it.
Since that's already booting up, I'll wander back over to, or whichever station I would need to go to here. I would obviously know where in character where I would need to go.
And what are you looking for?
If
Just to
well,
go
we
secure
just
yourself?
from my last roll, I determined that the overall electrical issues that are happening is not something that can be fixed right now. The best we can do is just band-aid, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna wander over to the I don't know
Chair?
if this is like the
Yep.
yeah. I'll strap myself in there, and if this is like the shield, the deflector station or something, I'll do my best to kind of Do we have? I'm assuming we have some sort of deflectors. I don't know how any of that works.
You do. So here, your shields are currently positioned. So out of your shields, we'll use dice to demonstrate that because that's how the system does it. You have 5D positioned to the rear, 5D to the right, 5D to the left, and 4D to the front.
Okay, makes sense because we're being chased. So
Yeah. So they were. It seems they had a pretty good plan overall, but
Right.
one thing they didn't do is something's going on here. You can make another. I'll be honest with you. Even with your high roll, you didn't get enough in the electrical system to put things together properly. Do you have the investigation skill by chance?
I sure do.
Actually, no. That's perception based.
Yep, sure is.
Yeah. Why don't you? How about we go with something else instead? We'll go with I will go with general like again, space transport repair makes sense.
Okay.
It's more of a general technical skill, but I want you to have bonus you have access to.
I also have like equipment repair too.
I was thinking about that. If equipment
they're both
repairs...
the same anyway.
Oh, okay. Just roll one then. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's what you want. That is what
there
you want.
we go.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
You remember when you were in the Citadel? You remember like everything flickered for a little bit when that explosion went off. And you notice like even your system, like your respirator system, alarmingly kind of slowed down for a second and then kicked back on.
Okay.
You're kind of putting these together now. Do you think that explosion probably came with an EMP pulse of some kind?
Right. Okay.
And do you think that might actually be affecting the system's electronics here?
Right. Okay.
Ion cannons.
Yeah, I'll make that noted. I'll just say I suspect there was part of the explosion previously has scrambled many of the electrical systems in the vicinity, which is probably what we're experiencing.
Okay.
Along with that, is there anything I would know that I could do to help that, or that's more of a once we get to a space station kind of thing?
Yeah, it's once you get landed probably,
Yeah.
and you need the proper components to swap out, but you could definitely do it yourself.
Okay. Yeah. For now, we'll have to make do with what we can with the situation.
Understood. All right. We'll go to Bark, who just snuck in.
Sneak.
So you see, the lady. Yeah.
Okay, no,
So-
go ahead. Tell me what I see first. Yeah.
Yeah. You see a lady dressed in the Jedi's clothing, and there's some kind of droid system. It looks like a medical droid.
Okay.
It seems to be operating on her face specifically right now.
So is this the Jedi that came to rescue us and then was all broken and hearted because that one Taruga or Takuga or whatever it was, that one other alien was dead or gone or not there, or moved or something? Okay.
Correct. Yeah. And the icon I have right here doesn't really reflect quite what you see yet because you're pretty early in. But it seems that it's kind of doing like a multi-operation on her. It seems to be like dealing with her wound, which is an abdominal one, right, from the blast.
I was just going to say, I don't remember her being damaged in the face.
No, she wasn't.
Okay.
Yep.
If I observe it for a while there, can I tell what the thing is doing to her face?
You can try. Surgical is technically under, I believe, a technical skill. Let me just check I know the Kaminoan's got that.
The most I have is first aid.
Yeah, best I can do is first aid. Yeah, I think what this is going to be is a straight technical skill.
Good thing it's my most. I have. That's my most. That's my strongest skill, actually.
Your strongest.
Yeah, technical is my strongest one, as you can see by my roll.
That's a
I'll
solid
give-
3.
I'll give you this. It seems cosmetic in nature.
Okay, so I'm kind of curious now. So am I able to sneak in and then hide somewhere in this room to observe?
The room is
Because-
not very big, but he seems to be kind of looking over her at the moment.
Like, could I do this and this?
You could try. Yep.
Okay, so I'll roll. So do you wanna sneak and then a hide roll, or just a hide roll? Oh wait, no. Sorry, forget it. I read hide. Hide is for me to hide objects, not for me to hide myself.
Correct. Yeah.
So maybe to sneak again?
Yeah, just give me sneak. And I'm going to roll that against... He's not really paying attention, so let's roll it against his base perception.
Okay, here comes my sneak. Ooh, that's not good.
That was like the worst roll you've made so far.
Yeah.
Okay. You get in, like, comfortably, and after a second, we'll kind of, like, we'll pause for a second, but he twists around quickly at you, and he's like, hey, what are you doing in here? And then we'll kind of, like, pause for a sec. We'll come back to it.
Okay, go ahead. I have a thing ready. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. Okay, Griff, are you locked in for now? Are we comfortable with where you're at, or is anything you want to do?
Yeah, we're locked in.
Yeah. Okay.
We're sort of wheezing away, trying to
Deal with your own
heal
wound.
up slowly. Yep.
Okay. We're gonna go back to Mike with the shot and Flint with the piloting roll.
Okay.
So does everybody know that the motors are currently jamming on the side laser?
Nope. No one said anything about it yet. That's your.
I sure don't.
I sure don't.
That is your station right now, and I don't think you've said anything yet.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I hadn't said anything to that point.
Yeah, they have not moved. They're moving at the same arc that you were, so you could technically take another shot if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of grumbling out loud. It's like this carking motor's offline. I've got really limited range here, so I'm gonna need you to try to keep them directly behind us.
The guy in the passenger seat says, "Do you hear that, pilot?"
Yeah, I heard it.
That's a big fat negative, guys.
All right, Mike, give
I'll
me your
try
shot.
my best. I just want to keep her in one piece.
What kind of difficulty am I looking at for range this time?
Same one, same exact range. Actually, they're getting closer. Hold on.
Yeah, they gained on us.
Yeah. The front guy is 12.9, which is still just barely
Still within the range.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Next round, they'll be closer. Ooh, buddy, those rolls.
I blame it on the shoddy state of this equipment.
Damn system. Yeah, awesome. Again, it doesn't help that the friggin' thing isn't moving. It moves a little bit further this round, so you're able to swivel it at a slightly different arc. Like you could swivel it from about here, from about here, from about here to about here. Now.
This thing's as agile as a hut. We're not going to have much luck trying to take these guys out.
Awesome. Okay,
yeah, that's funny.
we'll go to... I'm just going to move the person at the lower level to make sure she would have went down, got in, and told people what's up. Where you at? Okay, do that. Okay, round 3. We're cooking with gas here now, so we're gonna deal with the passengers and then do this again. Dave, give me a perception roll, bud.
Don't do it, Dave.
Excellent. Okay,
Don't do it.
see. Carry the 1 and go.
Egg salad.
Does a 5 make it?
You do not hear Mike's grumblings. So
I tend to tune the users out most of the time.
I love it. They're users, not
He didn't submit a ticket.
Yeah.
He didn't
Oh my
submit a
gosh.
ticket.
He gets no attention.
Yeah.
Fucking help desk.
I love it. Okay, Mark, we'll go back to you.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, I'm looking for a bunk. Like I'm looking for a seat to strap in, and I thought there was one in here. I thought I'd seen one before.
He says, "Here, I can show you if you want. I'll come out."
Stabs you in the belly.
What's wrong with her face? I'm gonna ask in a very I'm a kid. I'm just asking random questions with no deception intended.
Listen.
Can I roll a persuasion when I throw behind that?
Yeah.
Not that I'm persuading him of anything, but I guess trying to just persuade him of of sincerity, of just casually asking, just no. And okay, here we go. Come on, 36. Well, yeah. The 3.
Yeah,
There was a 3.
I'm gonna give you that. So, assuming you follow him out into the hallway as he goes?
I think I have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go, and then the sensors kick off and close. He says, as you're kind of walking, he's like, she's not exactly the Jedi that you thought she was. She had to get into that prison somehow.
I mean, she's a Jedi? So who is that?
That's our commander.
Is she a Jedi at all?
No. Not even a little bit.
Ah.
You're like, well, that explains why she got shot.
I think I don't know a lot or / anything about Jedis. It's probably just what anyone knows, probably urban legends and things like that, and myths, stories, whatever. But I think in my mind, I'd be that would make sense why she just literally stood around and got shot and did nothing. So I guess it's kind of getting into my head. I kind of oh, okay, that makes more sense than she was kind of just, obviously she had some sort of surgery done to double as somebody else and then get in. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just...
On Rex's too, where you come from, the Jedi were recently the enemy, and there'd be some mixture of, you might not buy into those stories, but there'd be a mixture of romanticism towards them and a little bit of disdain. They're not this far distant in the past concept at this era. They were executed. Order 66 happened 2 years ago, so they were a very real entity in the galaxy, but where you come from, they didn't have a lot of presence, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I have a bit of a. I'm gonna say I don't hate them, but I have a bit of disdain, I guess, for them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say so when he says that, I'm gonna say oh, it probably wouldn't have mattered even if she would have been a Jedi.
Maybe not. Who's to say?
And then I'll I don't know. I guess I'll let him show me to a place, I guess, if that's what he's doing.
Okay. And down back into the base layer.
Go back to where I just came from. Yeah.
So he'll lead you in, and we'll kind of get to this part. You come into this room, and you see the Kaminoan looking over them, and you see that there's actually a couple of different beds here. The Kaminoan's currently strapping in the tortured one at this point.
Is that guy still just completely out of it?
Yep, completely unconscious.
All right. That's the best kind of conscious. Okay.
Yep, not the best.
Well,
all right. We'll go back to We'll go back here and with Paul, We'll go back up. Paul, Serena says, Griff, are we going to be okay?
I don't. Yeah, we're gonna be okay.
Right.
Nicely done.
Right. That not filled with confidence, but she nods.
I've been through enough scrapes, my dear, to know that it's not my time now. Or is it yours?
That's reassuring. Okay. I think that I don't think I did the volley yet, right, you guys? So that needs to happen now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say needs to, but
Let's be honest, doesn't really have to.
if you feel obligated to do the volley, I guess you can.
Flint, roll 3d6 for me too, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
You
wait.
got her. Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Bob's like, you needed to get low that time.
no, that gives you a total of 30. So that's a good idea. Like basically, you've got a strong defense against these things right now.
Good.
One of them has to have explosions galore to hit you at this point.
Which shouldn't be hard for them, based on our track record.
Mark?
Yes?
Gunnery, and one last.
Is that the guy in the back and he shot the lead one? Perfect.
Just randomly blew his own friend away.
If that one exploded again, it would have been concerning. But at a 22, your piloting still manages to keep you guys out of harm's way, Flint, as you continue forward. 5 more.
All right.
Yay!
I'm gonna be like, how are we coming? A minute should be up by now.
That was a 6-second round, dummy.
That's the in character term.
It would have been awesome if you would have been like, that was 11.2 seconds since the last time you asked me.
Oh, we didn't update ship positions.
Yeah, I'm doing that now. I guess you guys aren't seeing that. Hold on. So I just moved you guys, and I'm moving them now. So they're gonna get very close this round, which is bad because they start to get to use our other weapons as well.
Yeah, but if they get closer, Mike might actually hit something.
Should've gone there.
You've got far more faith than I do, Flint.
Okay. So, Mike, go ahead and give me your attempt here, sir.
Am I going with easy or moderate here now?
You are, because of how long that damn wing is, it's still 9.2 range.
Okay, so it should be moderate, I'm guessing, because it's no longer long range.
Yeah. Rip.
Well,
Yeah. It is a tall margin to hit on 3 dice, I suppose. Moderate range. So these things, you still take shots. You know, this isn't your forte. You don't spend a lot of time doing this sort of thing, right? So,
Like rescuing his friends, you mean?
his friends.
On board
blasters.
starships using them.
Okay. So that brings us to the new position. We can kind of skip forward a little bit here. I think we have a good sense. We're just gonna zoom in real quick with Mark first, see what you're doing because you're still not strapped in.
Yeah, well, that's what that. So I would just do that then. I would just strap in.
Yeah, you're gonna lock in. Okay. So
Yeah.
you find a position here to strap in, and then this guy starts to run back in the opposite direction once you're secured.
Yeah.
Kaminoan.
My original, I mean, I heard a sound, so I was kind of like wondering what that was, but my character he doesn't fully trust these random bounty hunter guys, so he was kind of like, part of him was thinking like, well, is there, are they like, oh, the ship's broken, and they like at the same time they have some sort of like, jamming mechanism going on somewhere or something like that. So that's what his thought process was, and of course that's not the case. Just that they led a doomed enterprise, and yeah, that's it.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and do another piloting roll and another
All right.
another shot. We'll move you forward again.
Okay, come on.
You can do it.
Well, 17 is better than last time.
All right, and then roll your other 3d6. It's good.
All right.
Nice.
32.
Nice. That's really good.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay. Mike, you've got an arc. The one you were targeting before kind of goes out of range of your arc now. There's this one you can hit, and this one you can hit.
I'm going to be taking a pot shot at the closest one because, well, this obviously isn't going good, so I'm not going to try for range.
That's at 5.8. What was short range on this weapon?
I think that was within short range now.
Turret is 3, so they have to be like really close. If they start coming up on your wing, which they can't reach your wing, but they will get closer, you're like not very far away. You want to keep an eye on these two. If these two kind of close distance, you'll be able to get a real close range shot. But for now, why don't you give me your attack?
If they get any closer, I'm just leaning out the fucking window with my blaster rifle.
Yeah, just huck a rock or something if they they get any closer.
Hit. You hit.
Ole, ole, ole.
All right.
All right. So, you're hitting with the laser cannon. So you can roll 4d damage for that, Mike. Roll anything on your sheet if you want. Oh, that didn't do it.
Hey, it didn't do it. One sec. There we go.
Okay. My rule was that when you roll without a wild die, the wild die is the last dice it rolls. So you roll the 6 on the wild dice. So roll again. I hate those. Okay, 14 damage. Still
Is that enough to take one of these things out, or not so much?
Mike, you're targeting this one?
Yep.
Okay. I just gotta move this temporarily because
Oh yeah, because you can't get out.
Way.
It's hitbox, yeah.
It, sir, just blew up.
Nice.
Yay.
That's one offer tail.
We did a thing.
Okay, one down. You're gonna have one more round of this. With everyone moving towards strapped in, I'm just gonna go to the upper level, kind of reassess things. This guy's gonna come in, Paul, and you see him strap in here. let's do one more round for Flint and Mike before we get to astrogation.
Another piloting.
Another piloting, and then we'll deal with Mike's shot.
And you want my 3d6 too, Bob?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, 25. Not horrible.
Okay.
We're in the middle of a fucking fuzzball now at this point.
Yeah, so that's the format. Now we'll deal with your shot first, Mike. Give you a shot.
Alrighty.
Let's just see what you're dealing with. Hey, this one's a you know what? I'm gonna give you a little boost. We'll say this one's a 3, even though it's not.
Yes, I can shoot something.
Yeah.
Well, you got one already, Mike.
Yeah.
It is true.
All right, and give me your damage again.
And that was 40.
You say 40 or 4D?
4D.
40D.
44D.
That's
40,
a 1 on the wild, Bob.
1 in the wild?
Yep.
Okay.
Which means the motor is offline.
Yeah, it kind of, you shoot, you hit, it's destroyed, and afterwards, it powers down. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Hold on. No damage on that one. This one's the one that's destroyed.
So you're kind of rescuing us, but also breaking the ship. Is that pretty much what's happening?
Yep.
Okay, just curious. Yeah.
Okay.
Voodoo. Guns offline.
Right.
We got 3 of them taking shots at you now. And 25 is their target.
Nice. Also nice.
Basically, if you don't get a wild die, you're in good shape.
Yeah. Good.
Ooh. Okay.
8 wild die later. Damn it.
Okay. They're missing. You're managing to pilot through this. A more inferior pilot, and this would be bad situation all around. So as we get to this point, fellas, you see that the nav computer is completely online, Flint, and you see the pre-programmed in coordinates.
Excellent.
Wheat, make it happen.
Hope everybody's strapped in. I'll just yell that really loud, and I'm just like grab it and just like and put it in and go to hyperspace.
They're gonna
Jumping.
move and do a parting shot on you guys as you go. So let's roll that now. Actually, make a Flint. You're leading this. Make a perception roll, good sir. See if you can outperceive them.
All right. Yike.
It beat them though. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so you're going to be able to jump before these shots because you aren't fully defending this round, so that would be bad if you got like
That's right.
4 or 5 shots on you. Right.
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
So you're getting an astrogation. It's pre-programmed in, so you're going to get 2 pips of bonus dice on this.
For a, what do I have to roll?
Astrogation.
An astrogation plus 2 pips.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Nice.
Come on, Pips.
23.
Okay.
That was
Uh,
awesome.
You guys, the good news, you guys are in hyperspace. As a result, the chase is no longer underway. These vultures are not capable of pursuing you. Not directly, anyways. The bad news is
Ship's on fire.
You're on backup hyperdrives. These are 1/15th the speed of your primary hyperdrives.
Oh.
Or sorry, 1/15th. What would be considered military standard, I guess. So, traveling somewhere that would take an hour would take you 15 hours of being in hyperspace. Not the best. You guys have gotten free now of your pursuers. You could come back out of hyperspace if you wanted. Give Dave a chance to see if you can get the primary hyperdrives online, or alternatively, you guys could just sail here as is for the next 14 hours in hyperspace and kind of come out where you're planning to come out. I think this is really a Dave and Flint decision though, as far as like
I'm gonna get up now that I'm in. Can we get out now and walk around?
Not while in hyperspace. I don't think so. Not when Mike checking in on you. I think it's dangerous, right? That's why they strap in. It's not only when you enter, but it's while you're in it. Isn't that correct? Or no? Am I crazy?
No, it's the entry and exit points is when you get any chance of jarring.
Okay. Everything else is safe?
Yeah, everything else is fine.
Okay. Yeah, so it's my bad. Yeah,
I'm just gonna go up to Dave and be like, and be like, hey, so what's the chance we can repair the main hyperdrive so that we can get to where we're going before we all age 10 years?
I guess that depends on availability of supplies that may be required. I look to Buddy up front and without much hope, say, what have you got on this vessel in terms of spare parts?
Yeah, as an agreement, I will also look to the guy and basically just look at him and like wait for an answer.
Yeah,
I'm not impressed so far with the situation.
He'll unbuckle at that point. I get the impression it's going to be very rare that Dave's character is ever going to be impressed with the situation. I'm just going to throw
Absolutely.
it out there.
He's probably like, I already regret leaving the prison.
Yeah, 100%.
He says, we're going to have to check in with Typho. He'll know.
Let's go.
All right. Because, Paul, you got so little sort of spotlight in that, is there anyone or anything you want to do at this moment?
I wanted to go kind of check out that noise we had heard earlier. Now that we're in hyperspace, I was kind of just trying to make sure I didn't get injured more.
Yeah.
By trying to slowly make my way to a place where I could strap in. But it's like, all right, we're going to punch it, guys.
Okay. You're going to go check out that noise across the hall?
Yeah.
Are you taking Serena with you?
No, I'll tell her to stay put.
Okay. You see the door across the halls where the noise is coming from.
All right, I'm gonna enter through it. See what I can do.
All right. I think this is gonna be like something in the realm of perception.
Okay.
I will take a perception roll. I will give you a 1 dice bonus because of your background and what you are and stuff.
Do I just put that in bonus dice 1?
Yeah, correct. Okay. You see what looks like
decent.
some sort of medical droid doing some kind of surgery on what was previously, given the clothing, Depa Bilaba's face. It's not Depa Billaba anymore. It is that Padme Amidala? Senator Amidala? She died. You're certain she died. You remember it was like big news. Her passing.
Senator Amidala? It can't be.
Her eyes open up. she kind of like squints because the surgery is still being performed, and she kind of motions with her hand and it stops. She sits up a bit. Oh,
Damn you, Mike.
no, Trooper.
I've always hated you, Mike, and now I do more.
Yeah.
Even though
If there was ever any question, that question has been answered.
Even though I hate Keira Knightley as an actress and a person, you're still a bastard.
She says, I was her friend and handmaiden long ago.
The resemblance is striking.
That was what our mothers said.
I see you are wounded, but hopefully this medical droid makes quick work. Is there any way I can be of assistance?
Not for right now. Perhaps when we reach our destination. The first one.
Very well. I'll go and bandage myself up.
That she kind of lays back down, and the droid continues its protocol. The program.
All right.
Okay, so while that's happening, we're gonna check in real quick downstairs with Mark. Is there anyone down here that you want to talk to or interact with, good sir? You can also say no, and that's completely fine. Punish you
Who
penalty dice all the time. How dare
who's
you?
even around me right now?
Yeah. Are you able to see from your token? Maybe you aren't. Here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
He's unconscious.
I'm gonna go check if he is.
Okay.
Like I'm kind of wondering to myself, like Mike, this kid he's inherently distrustful of most everybody. So because I'm thinking to myself, this guy how has he been unconscious for this long if he's not drugged? So I'm gonna go and stand up close to him,
Okay.
like uncomfortably so, like that, and then I'm gonna kind of like look down at him, and I'm gonna look at him to see if he's got like eye movements, or like in my extensive medical knowledge that I have, which is none. I'm gonna try to see like if I think he's kind of faking it or if he's actually unconscious.
I'll take a first aid.
Well, everyone prepare to be surprised.
Hey, that was actually good.
Nice.
Another first aid.
Slaps him.
You remember seeing this guy get dragged in and out day in and day out while you're in the Citadel? He is not unconscious. It's more like he is
broken mentally.
Yeah, that would be a good way to look at it. Either highly drugged, or just completely mentally fatigued, like incapable of really being aware of his surroundings. Even like you snap your fingers and his eyes don't even react to it.
This long-necked ostrich creature here, do I know that person has any sort of medical training?
You heard of the Kaminoans. They're responsible for the clones. When you came in, actually, you would have heard what was said upstairs. So you heard Dave's character ask her to check on a prisoner, and then when you came down here, she seemed to be checking on this prisoner in particular.
Okay, is she that close to me then?
Yep, they kind of all came over when you came over. All three of them.
But I better make sure I doesn't steal anything. I want to ask her if what's wrong with him.
I can only guess. Right now, his vitals are strong. But I would need to know more about what they were doing to him in the Citadel.
I think they tortured him every day. I saw him go in and out of the same room day after day.
She nods. If that's the case, he may recover. She says that with like lack of optimism in her voice too.
She may recover.
He may recover. Yeah.
He's definitely gonna make it. Really?
It's not,
He's dead.
It's not even like a he may recover soon. It's just he may recover. He may
Just in general.
be
Okay.
a vegetable for the rest of his life, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I have anything specific to do or like I like the Kaminoan kind of wigs me out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that big brain guy. What is it a different race of some kind?
Yes, you know that much.
Do I know what they? I'm gonna roll my alien species.
Yep, you can do that. Nope.
Yep, it's an alien.
You know that it's an alien species. You don't know its name.
Okay.
So, but remember, you do have certain knowledge on certain things in your back, like in those notes I gave you.
Oh, right. I don't even know I can't even remember how to even get those. Is that journal? No.
It should be down in.
If you go down
in your little hot bar there. There's like a set of icons, and you click the one that looks almost like a TIE fighter wing for you.
Oh, my dashboard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, your intel. Okay. Right now, I don't think I have anything else specifically to do. So if those group of 3 are doing something, I might kind of just hang around and listen. If they don't seem to be doing much, or if they like talk in like if they're communicating with each other in a language I don't realize or I don't understand, I might just head up. I actually Flint's character is kind of the only one I quasi trust.
Yeah.
Or no, I probably would actually. I probably would trust him. So I want to actually go. I want to go talk to him.
Okay, and we'll change scenes as you go to talk to him.
Sure.
Just for a point of background, those 2 were on Flint's ship. The other.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I remember. I know. I recognize them, but I don't know if I have any actually direct dealings with them.
Yeah, just check your intel. It has that stuff. Well, you can. Just while I'm cutting scenes here, and then we'll get back to you. That didn't work. I lost you. Oh no. Okay, we'll put you back up. We're gonna go back up to the main room. So when we last left off, this guy said that he'd go check with you, Dave, right? So you were gonna go. What about you, Flint? What were you doing? And Mike, I guess.
Well, I was going with that guy. We were going to find supplies. Right? We're going to see Typhos or whatever his name is.
Yeah. You're gonna go see Typho. Yep.
Yeah.
What about Mike? What are you doing? Chilling for now, or are you going with?
I would I think he would get up and kind of follow along just to be aware of what's happening.
Okay.
Nosy hole, basically.
Understood. So you, he kind of looks around for a bit, and eventually, a lot of you end up in here. Paul, are you back in here? I assume yes. As it looks like you are.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You see the group of them come in. And Tanra, this guy approaches the eye patch guy, and he says, Typho, it looks like our primary hyperdrives are malfunctioning. It's going to take us a long time to get there. Skakoan here thinks that you might be able to help us get them back online. But he needs parts. This guy with the eye patch size, he's like, well, we can take a look. No promises. We ran pretty thin on this one just to avoid any extra weight.
Well, you got lots of time because we're going to be here for a good 10, 12, 14 hours. So,
all right,
let's get to it.
Let's go check the cargo hold. It's our best bet.
Sounds good.
He's techno grumbling the whole time. Like, how could people not know what they have on their ship?
Yeah. Where's your inventory?
Where are
Where's
the
your log?
lists?
Yeah. I love it. Okay, the lot of you are going down, and as you're gonna go down all into the cargo hold, we're gonna have you kind of run into Mark right here. This is. What about you, Paul? Are you coming along for this, or are you just kind of hanging out?
Yeah, I'll come along for this. I guess I'll stumble around.
Yeah. Okay. The door opens, door closes, and as you all are just about to head down into the cargo bay, there is a ladder down here that you can also climb down with, or you can take the hatch down. Either or works. So, Mark, you run into them. It looks like they're all moving to head like in your direction, basically.
So if I'm kind of walking towards them and they're all coming in a group, I'll move over to the side of the hall. And when they all pass me, is Flint's character there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, then I'll kind of fold in behind them.
Okay.
And follow them what they're doing. Because what I wanted to talk to him about is not like critically pressing. So I'm kind of now more curious with what they're doing and why they're doing it. So I'll kind of just be like, okay, well, whatever. I can whatever I'm going to tell them can wait. So I want to see what they're up to now.
Yeah, understood.
If we go by, Mark, I'm just gonna say, hey, how you holding up, kid?
Yeah. That's it. He just is kind of
Right.
he just kind of shrugs. He doesn't say much.
I just make sure that you're coming with us. That's all.
Yeah, I will. If I said, if you guys start going somewhere, he'll be kind of interested more, and then he'll come along.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna bring everyone down to the lower deck as you guys reach the cargo hold together. Okay. So they start rummaging through. There's like a bunch of think of like a garage the way that's set up. It's like it's organized on the side. There's a whole bunch of boxes and various what looks like various tools and stuff hung up on the sides as to not get in the way of actual cargo. There's also a few cargo boxes, and Typho says, well, we're probably going to be doing this for a while. Feel free to dig in. And
I'll get to work.
We're looking for anything that looks like it may be spare components.
You got it.
What are we looking for?
Spare components, apparently.
What do those look like?
Pieces of ship.
I
Is that
suspect,
one?
like a bunch
I'm
of
just
crap in the
gonna
box.
point at something and be like, "Is that one there?"
I just ignore him, as I do most flashbacks.
like,
That's a
Like
womp
a-
flash.
Oh, great! A little flesh bag.
all right. We're gonna have you. Anyone who's participating can make a search roll.
Oh
and
yeah, my search is actually really high. I'm on board with that.
Let's assume this is taking like an hour. So you guys also, none of you, like very few of you, actually have each other's names. I'll just note that as well.
Not bad. 16, although not great since I'm rolling 5 dice.
I jam my hand on the first tray to look at.
Like, son of a
Oh my
bitch.
god! Look at my search roll.
That'll be
Nice.
good.
26.
That's better than mine.
I got 2 wild die. Like,
Okay.
It's much better than mine.
incredible success.
This guy in particular is talking.
Like, I found a ship.
As you're all kind of rummaging through, he says, we'll have to figure out once we get everything operational and can safely travel, we'll have to figure out at what point and where we're going to part ways.
So who are you people?
Yeah, that's not a bad question actually.
Not that I'm not grateful to be out of that hellhole, but
Agreed.
We're former friends of the late Senator Amidala. We're from Naboo.
Oh, Naboo. Is that where you're headed now? Or where you'd like to go?
Well, where we're going right now is a place called Renvar.
What's in Renvar?
That was just our planned escape route.
Got it. Do I know anything about that, Bob, or should I roll like planetary systems or something?
You can make a planetary systems test. Anyone that wants to know about Renvar, Paul, you can do it. You can make a with a +1 dice if you want. Or if you just already know what I'm talking about, you can just do that instead.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'll make a planetary systems roll. Probably won't have never heard of it, but nope.
I got a 10. I got a base success.
Hard pass.
I bumped up the difficulty on mine 1 notch just because not totally familiar with the galaxy at large.
Yeah, I gotcha. Mike, I'll give you a freebie on that one though, because I think you would know something in particular, especially with that roll.
Okay.
You would know at one point the CIS claimed it. From it was like there was some sort of military base there for the Republic at one point, and it was overtaken by the CIS during the early part of the Clone Wars. That's what you remember. You remember reading it when you were on Megiddo. You remember it like the news passing by your desk, so to speak.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so he continues. He says, we were just using it as a method of getting away. Once we were there, we were going to make our way back to Tatooine.
Tatooine.
I'm gonna roll another planetary. Every time there's a planet name, Bob, I'm gonna roll to see if I've heard of it. I'm assuming I haven't heard of like virtually any of these.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I got a 13, Bob, on tap for Tatooine.
You don't even have to roll, Flint. You're
I didn't think so. Yeah. Okay.
With your character's background, you're familiar with anything close to hut space for sure.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
You hot allied bastard.
Yeah. That Tatooine sounds like a good place for us to go, to be honest.
All right. We weren't planning on stopping at Renvar, but if we need to put the ship down, should be as good a place as any, I suppose.
Well, if we need to, I'll look at Dave's character, and I don't know. I'll walk over to him. I'm like, "What do you think? Is it worth it for us to put the ship down and actually do some maybe some more fulsome maintenance, or are we good to keep going?"
Bob, at this point, have we found anything?
Yeah, so just about this point, you see as Flint turns to start talking to you, he's holding something in his hand, and it's like that's exactly what you need. Like he's holding exactly what you need.
Yeah, I just picked it up. I was gonna ask Dave about it, and then we started talking about Tatooine, and I totally forgot, so I still just have it in my hand.
Yeah. I just grab it and start going toward wherever it needs to go.
So he just grabs it, sort of like,
yeah.
Here's what you know. This would be like the equivalent of a patch job. This isn't something, if you're traveling long, this doesn't put the ship in a place for good long-term galaxy travel. This would be okay for a jump, maybe two.
Right.
You can give me do you have knowledge planetary systems?
Is that a knowledge skill? It's not like that's under the knowledge. I don't have it on my sheet, but I
think it's under knowledge.
I would just roll it as the 2D plus 0.
Is it planetary systems?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's knowledge. Yeah.
Okay, I can roll that. I'm just terrible at it, or amazing, or not.
Equal parts terrible and amazing.
Yeah.
Terrible and amazing.
Terribly amazing.
Well, say for some reason you happen, maybe your former job at one point took you to Tatooine. That's terribly far away from where you are now. Like a whole other quadrant.
This component will be good enough for 1, possibly 2 jumps max. I don't believe we can make it fully to Tatooine on this temporary measure.
Okay, so we'll put down then in what was the name of that?
Renvar.
We'll put down in Renvar then. Bob, how long will it take us to get to Renvar from? Was that the original coordinates that was in the hyperdrive?
Yeah. Okay. Without repair, let me just do this. Yeah. Okay. 70 hours.
70.
Yeah.
Got it.
Without on your current really slow hyperdrives, you're effectively crawling through hyperspace right now.
Like you're 3 days. Yeah.
You're at above light, you're at light speed, but you're not at optimal light speed. Like, just to put this in perspective, you guys are at a times 15 speed. The Millennium Falcon, which was fast, was at a 0.5 speed. And that's a multiplier. Right. That's a multiplier. So, yeah.
Yeah, the hyperdrive multiplier, they all have it. Yeah, that's right. I remember that now, yeah.
So, because you're on backup, so if Dave can cut you over to primaries, you could potentially make the jump to Renvar in like an hour's time.
I'll ask him then.
I can make the attempt. And I look at our quote-unquote bounty hunter friends, and I say, when we arrive, do we have any form of credits or trade to secure any additional parts we may require? I give them my most skeptical look.
They shake their heads and they say it's not going to be credits that win us anything there. There are old facilities. We'll have to pillage what we need.
Who's holding Renvar now?
They look to each other and they shake their head and they say, last confirmed knowledge is that the Empire has not bothered to locate themselves on Renvar. Assuming everything worked as designed, the CIS should not be active. The droid garrison on base should not be active. And the Republic hasn't been there for years. There should be equipment, at least equipment that hasn't been already pilfered by pirates.
Bob, when you or anyone else says CIS, do I know what that means?
Yes, you absolutely do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what that means. Yeah. So is that the coalition of independent systems or something like that?
Confederation of Independent States. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Independent. Yeah. So that is the separatists is the way.
That gotcha.
Call them. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Dave, why don't you give me that starship repair roll?
All right.
Oh, okay. Nope. Everything works perfectly fine, Flint. Everything works perfectly fine.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Well done. Well, I'll look at Dave. I'll be like, so, good work. And what do I call you?
Being as it appears we'll be confined together on this vessel for the foreseeable future, you may call me Canole Navarre.
Canole Navarre.
Also,
Ken,
I'd like
got
to
it.
remind everyone this is a band-aid patch. I don't recommend maintaining hyperspeed any longer than necessary. I don't think I have to explain the dangers of uncontrollably exiting hyperspace. Although
What
I
If
can
you
happens?
could, though,
in gruesome
if
detail.
you wouldn't mind, that would be great.
I start
like,
drawing detailed pictures for the child. This is exactly what's going to happen to you if we exit hyperspace unexpectedly.
Goes over to the whiteboard. He's like, "See this head? Where'd the head go? Yep, that's."
That's accurate.
This is what happens over here.
Just a red marker smeared all over the board.
Recall the concern about being strapped in.
Amazing.
So, if people are doing introductions, these two will introduce themselves. The guy who did most of the talking there, he introduced himself as Tanra. And the guy beside him has already been mentioned as Typho, but he calls himself Typho.
Okay. I'll just be like, well, it's really nice to formally meet all you guys. And like it's been mentioned, appreciate the rescue.
Name's Griff.
Hey, Griff. Van.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
He'll nod.
My name's a bit of a
Busy getting
mouthful.
shot at up until now.
Yeah, you're pretty good with a blaster rifle.
Lots of experience, my friend.
Excellent. Probably need that where we're going.
It's a good skill to have.
So Mike's character says his name's a bit of a mouthful. Does Mark? Do you add anything to the equation? Or you just kind of listen silently to?
No, I'm not going to introduce myself unless someone asks me what my name is.
Understood.
So I'm purposely not speaking.
I just want to make sure because I can't see if people are even present, So I just wanted to make sure. So yeah.
I would be there.
Not speaking. Yeah. I appreciate it.
If he doesn't, Bob, I'm gonna say, oh, and this is Max, and I'll point to Mark because I've kind of taken him under my wing a bit. So I'm like, this is Max.
Flint, I will get a astrogation roll from you, sir. Because of the situation, I'll give you 1d on it as well.
An extra D?
Yeah. You guys are doing this in sort of a controlled situation now versus if you guys, were doing this under the previous situation, that would be not so much.
All right.
So just to do this here, we're gonna go to landing page. So you guys are leaving Lola Sayu here, and just to give you a bit of a visual. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's too huge. Never mind. Let's drop that. This is Renvar. If you hover over it, you can see the planet a bit in motion. It is.
All right. Is that? Sorry. Go ahead.
It's very clear from looking at it. You can tell it's a cold climate planet.
Okay.
Certainly.
And was that what I was doing, Bob? Because I was going to do that anyways. Ask you about is that I'm trying to figure out how long it's going to get us there, or how to get us there. Is that my astrogation?
You were actually jumping. Yeah,
Oh,
after
good.
Dave's
Yeah.
repair.
Yeah.
Like we skipped forward a little
Fantastic.
bit, but you guys
Yeah.
jump. I just want to check to see on the screen if you see your new visual of your ship coming in here. Do you
I see just black.
black
Me
again.
too.
Yep, just
Okay.
black.
Yep,
Let
black.
me fix that. Do you see it now?
I
Yes.
got starry background.
I
And
got
the
oh
moon.
yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There's
I had to zoom
the
out.
moon in the ship. Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys close in, as you come out of hyperspace, the console is effectively like sparking on you right now.
Come on, baby, hold together.
Yeah. And we're going to pick up as you start to make your way into orbit. It feels like the rigger's kind of like just barely holding everything together. Like the electronic systems are almost like coming in and out of being online right now. I'll just note that Dave rolled a 1 on the wild dice when he did that repair. So
Nobody needs to know it was anything but amazing.
yeah. It was a really good patch job.
I fully blame them not doing a better inspection of the vessel that they acquired.
The wild die doesn't always mean that you did something wrong. It means something went wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, and with that, guys, it is 10:30, so we can go ahead and wrap up there. I hope you guys had a good time. And
Sure did.
Yeah, it was
No,
Nice.
it's fun. This
Yep.
is a nifty system, man.
we'll continue with
Yeah, I really like it. I really like it.
Exploration